of deficits.
Question number 10, the Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of State and Enterprises and asks, does he agree with the Minister of Finance that, quote, the asset sales program remains on track, unquote?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, of course I agree with the Minister of Finance, a busy and influential minister, especially since we have just started what he calls negotiations over next year's health budget.
The Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
To the Minister, if the asset sales program is, quote, on track, unquote, then is he prepared to rule out a delay in the float, which he promised would be in the third quarter of this year, even in despite of 80% of New Zealanders being opposed to the sale?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, as the Prime Minister said today, a delay can't be ruled out, but it's too early to speculate. We're currently considering how we can incorporate the Tribunal's processes within the broad timeline we're working towards.
The Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
To the Minister, if the asset sales program is, quote, on track, unquote, then was it his government's plan to inflame the Maori water rights issue and have the Treaty of Waitangi Tribunal request a delay of the float of Mighty River Power? Was that part of the plan?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Certainly, Mr Speaker, it's not part of the plan, but it's not to say that it's not expected. I think what's more important for New Zealanders is to find out whether the Labour Party supports the Maori Council claim on the water or not.
The Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
To the Minister, if the asset sales program is, quote, on track, unquote, then why has his government cobbled together an uncosted loyalty bonus share scheme, potentially costing hundreds of millions of taxpayers' money, as outlined by one of his own government agencies, in order to save face for the Prime Minister?
The Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, I think what's quite clear is the fact that the use of loyalty shares is not unusual in these sorts of floats of government-owned businesses. In fact, I think I saw a report that in Finland, 9 of the 14 floats involved loyalty shares. Finland. But the key question that needs to be answered in this House, yes or no, does Labour support the Maori Council claim on ownership of water? Yes or no?
Question number 11, Louise Upston.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Labour.